the element of don't meet your heroes too becomes a part of that, because sometimes you idolize somebody. They are absolutely, perfect, and then you meet them and you're like, oh God, that is not how I expected. So you don't want to ruin the fantasy that you have in your mind of why you idolize somebody.
I've been through it though. Like on my end, so let me give you the good and bad about that because I've been through both. Um, I got to work for one of my heroes, and you know what? It did not go any way the way I wanted it to. It was bad, and a lot of that was on me too. But for all of that, I don't regret that I did it because how many people can actually say that? You got to work with one of your heroes. Not many people get that opportunity in their life. They really don't. It's a really, truly precious thing. Good, bad, or indifferent. I would encourage, like, if you get that chance, go for it. Because even if it doesn't, so here's the flip side. Okay, you meet somebody that blows away all the expectations you have. There are people I have had on my show that I have had no expectations with. I did not know them from Adam, and I mentioned right at all, and they pleasantly surprise you with how much of an amazing human being they really are. Um, I'm not going to say why, but one such example for me is, believe it or not, it's Craig DeLuey. Really
Oh,
good
he's
dude.
cool. He's
No,
so
he's cool.
cool. Oh,
He's
what a
cool.
great
He's cool.
conversation.
Oh no, he's a cool dude. He's a really good guy. Like he's better than you advertise.
Yeah, every
Right.
time we've brought him on the show, it's been an amazing conversation.
Oh yeah, he's a sharp dude. He let me interview his daughter because his daughter published a book at like 10 years old. And I got to interview her, and that was so fun to do. That was
That's
so fun to do.
good. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So I don't worry. I don't worry about it going bad, AF Stewart, for one very simple reason. Um, I am confident enough in myself that it's going to be good, even if it's bad. I can make it. I've had people no show, and that I've made it work, even on the live stream. So I'll like I'm confident enough in myself that it can go sideways, and I'm fine, right?
Our last episode was a no-show episode. We
Yes, I
had
saw that.
one host and our guest last minute can't do it. And it was like, all right, let's just talk about whatever comes to mind. And we actually did a really good show. We
Sexy
did a
cover.
shout out to
That was
all the different cover artists that we love.
that was sexy cover episode. I was there for that. Yeah, it was really good. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So so Craig is somebody I was and one of my favorite conversations of all time is a gentleman by the name of Adam Dries. Our first one is still. We've had an interview since there. I always consider good, but the first one was really special to me because we broke ice. Like we really broke the ice because I remember we were talking about like really hard times, and he was talking about his earrings. He was talking about his earrings. I don't have tattoos. I don't have earrings. I don't have any symbolism of anything I've really been through. I carry some things with me, and I know I do, but they're not out. I don't feel the need to necessarily show everything I've done, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm certainly not shy, but it's like it's there. If you really want to know, you'll find out. And that's how I've always seen it. But when Adam, we were talking about his earring, and we connected. Like that conversation, that part of the conversation, you could literally feel the ice break. Adam Dries is a great guy. He's one of the best. He's enthusiastic, charismatic, talented, charming. He is everything. He is everything. Like really, he's one of the best people. And I never expected the conversation to be that good. In fact, I love it. I've learned not to have expectations with my conversations for that reason, because there's always room to be surprised in the best possible ways. And even the quietest people blow your mind sometimes. And it's great.
On the right topic, definitely.
Yeah. Calvin Jim. I remember that's an interview I do remember very fondly because we started talking about Japan and his cultural identity. We started to get, I got a real sense of who he was. Yes, Con, just because I just don't care, and that's one of the appeals of my show. Yeah, so me and Con walk around. There's literally 10 minutes of us going from one restaurant to the other, and I kept it in there. I just kept it in there just as it was because I don't.
Nice.
I, I love a certain authenticity, a certain realism to the conversations. What I actually miss, honestly, doing it like this is this. I used to do these in restaurants and bars and cafes, and there'd be like the waitress coming up for the order. There would be like all these like little things going on around the bar, and I love that ambiance to it because it actually adds something to the character of the interview without actually. And so I enjoy that. Man, my first conversation with Tony is amazing. I enjoyed my second one with him not too long ago either. But I don't.
You didn't hear the toilet flush, did you?
No, you don't hear the toilet flush. You don't. But it's a small little cafe. It's really cool. But but it's one of those things where I just let things just be what they are. I don't worry about it. I no, I let myself be surprised. So going back to full circle to what I was going to say about you is don't have. Look, I had Kelly Armstrong on my podcast. Do you know what we ended up talking about? We ended up talking about one of these first person shooter games. She's a gamer mom. It was great. I had fun talking to Kelly Armstrong for like the 30 to 40 minutes I did. No expectations, just two people having a great little conversation, right? If you go in with your heroes with that mentality, there's going to be nerves. There's going to be like,
Mm-hmm.
there's always going to be a little nerves. I think that's actually a good thing. If you didn't care about it, I don't ever want to feel like I'm not nervous. Because if I'm not nervous, there's nothing for me to accomplish. There's no butterflies. If I ever did the show and I didn't really feel any butterflies, I'd walk away from it. It'd be done. Right? There'd be nothing worth doing. Right? The butterflies make it so good. And that's why I say I think go in with no expectations. You might be surprised how much magic you make, and I gotta say, one of the coolest things in life is when your hero is your friend. That's a really incredible thing. It really, really is. And if you go in with that mentality, you might be amazed what you come out with. It's a thought.
Yeah.
Anyway.